Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be an informational demo-based tutorial of sorts. I'm going to show you guys how to fix your foundation color if you were accidentally to pick up the wrong one, whether it is too dark or too light, how to make it work and balance it out so that it fits you at any time of the year and that you're not accidentally going outside with a mask on your face. So subscribe to my channel if you want to see more videos like this. Also hit the bell if you want to be notified of when I'm uploading. And yeah, let's get right on into this video. Alright, so, we've all been there. Summer rolls around, we go out to Target, your local drugstore. You're in there, you're like, I'm gonna get 20 shades darker. Let me pull up the darkest foundation in this store at this moment. Slightly problematic, sure, but you have confidence in yourself that you're going to be able to get the tan of all tans, sitting out in the sun every single day. And then you find out that you're working 40 hours a week, and every time that you get a chance to yourself, it's raining outside. No amount of tanning booths and self-tanner is ever gonna make that better. So here I am, making sure that you fix your dark foundation to match you, because odds are you don't have a lot of other foundations in your repertoire that will help counteract that. So this is part one, how to make a darker foundation match your skin tone just a little bit better. Now I have gotten a tan, but even this foundation that I do have, I haven't been able to match it since this lone summer back like 3 years ago. So this is the L'Oreal True Match, good old trusty, but this is in W4. When I got this, like I said, I was way darker. So yeah, this is something that I bought when I was a lot darker, but ever since that summer when I was living carefree about life, I have not been routinely getting tan every day throughout the summers. Just gonna go in with a Real Technique sponge, and for reference, this is the amount that I usually use. I would say it's equivalent to about 2 pumps of foundation. So now that we have this base going, and as you can see, it's a hot freaking mess, one of the key elements here is to blend it into all areas of the face. So what I'm talking about is blending it down the neck, of course, even all the way down to the chest if you have to. Like, not to get like KKW beauty over here, but sometimes you gotta make do. So blending it down the neck is essential so you don't look like you have a mask on your face. And the second step that a lot of people forget is to blend it into the ear. It's not 100% necessary, but it is going to show through. As long as you get even up to like this little thing and you even go around the outsides of it, it's going to at least look a little bit more natural. Like if you have like a mask on, it's going to show down the neck, but also if you just cut off your face here and you don't focus on the ear as well, it's going to look even more unnatural. So if you see here, you could see kind of my natural skin tone peeking through on the ear as opposed to what my face looks like. But if you start to blend it into your ear, also I recommend doing this without earrings on, but so you're gonna blend it into the ear just to give like a nice base so that it doesn't look it's an unnatural foundation shade. And also what I do is I blend into the hairline. Now I'm not saying like you're going to cover all of your hair with foundation, but if you see a little bit of a line of your natural skin tone peeking through, once again it is going to look like you have a mask on. So it's important that you at least blend a little bit into your roots at the base of your hair and your hairline to make everything look a little bit more seamless. Now the essential thing to combat is how do you do the rest of your routine? How do you fix it even more so that it looks perfect to your skin tone? So the first thing is like contouring. Some people don't do cream contour, but this is for people who do. And also I think it'll give you guys a good insight into just generally powder contours as well. You want to do something that's a little bit less bronzy and more on the ashy side. So for that I'm going in with the Fenty Beauty matchsticks in the shade Mocha. So this is more of like a natural contour as opposed to a bronzy one. It's just going to give you those sculpted cheekbones, sculpted parts of your face without adding too much of an orange tint, because if you do that, then it's just going to blend in with your foundation a little bit more and it's going to make you look even darker than you are. Using more ashier tones against a darker foundation, if it's more orange in tone, is going to help to alleviate those orange notes, and it's going to balance it out and complement it. So that is also something to keep in mind when you're doing powder contours as well. Just focus on making it a little bit more ashy and less bronzy. So as you can see, I'm a little bit more sculpted now, but it didn't make my foundation look any darker. It didn't make it more bronzy, more orange toned. It just kind of complemented it and just gave me a sculpted look. Next step for me is concealer, and this is probably one of the most important parts of this. You're going to want to combat the darkness of the outer perimeter of your face by making sure that the center is a little bit lighter and almost mimics the exact tone of your actual skin tone. So what I'm going to be doing is going in with a concealer that is pretty much my exact skin color, and then I'm going to also add a little bit of brightness to it with a concealer that's like, I want to say 2 shades lighter than me, so that you get that highlighted look, but also it balances out the darkness on the outer perimeters of the face and brings forth your natural skin color so that, you know, it looks a little bit more put together. This is the Too Faced Born This Way Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer, and this is the shade Almond. And this is the Infallible Full Wear Concealer from L'Oreal, and it's in the shade Porcelain 320. So I'm going to more so concentrate the skin tone concealer all over, and then I'm just going to do some targeted highlighting with the lighter concealer. Okay, so this is the finished look pretty much, without doing any of the powder or anything like that. But this is pretty much how I would help to combat a darker foundation color. As you can see, at least on camera, it's not as noticeable anymore that the color is off. It's balanced out a little bit better. The contours of the face match the bronziness of the rest of the body, and there's still a lightness pulling everything forward to balance everything out. If you do have a darker foundation color, just focus on more ashy contouring and brighter, lighter concealer in targeted highlighting areas, and going a little bit above and beyond with that highlighting than you normally would. Also, blending into the hairline, the ears, and the neck is essential. So now we're going to move on to see how I would make a too light of a foundation a little bit darker to work for my skin tone. All right, I'm back. My face hurts. I also took off my earrings because, like, y'all get the point, right? So now we're going to do the lighter foundation, and I guess this could be considered too light for me because even though it's not that noticeable, it is still a little bit lighter than the rest of my body. This is, once again, a L'Oreal True Match foundation, but this is in the shade W2, and this more closely matches me during the fall and winter months. So for application, I'm just going to be doing it the same way that I did the last one, blending it a little bit into my ear and down my neck, just so that everything matches up, and also into the hairline, and then we'll go from there. So as y'all can see, I look like a ghost. So what we're going to have to do now is really balance everything out. And so with the last demo that I did, we were doing more like ashy contouring. For this look, we're going to do more bronzing because we want to be able to match the complexion that's going on down here, because there is absolutely no bronziness going on with the foundation alone. So therefore, for my cream contour, I'm going in with the Tarte Clay Stick foundation. This is a foundation stick, but this is more of like a bronzy, warm cream color. So I'm going to go in with this as my cream contour. I've used this a lot, but I have grown to more like this for more paler foundations to give myself a little bit more of an orange, bronzy undertone and just bring a little bit more color back to the face. And with the other demo, I didn't really put contour in some of the areas that you see me putting it on now. I feel like with a lighter foundation, it's more important to put on a little bit more of a contour and bronze because it's more surface area that you gotta cover. With the first demo, I was already bronzy, so on the outer perimeters of the face, I didn't need that much definition, but now because we're pretty much dealing with a blank, ghostly canvas, we have to add a little bit more. We have to really balance everything out. So from just a little bit of cream contouring, I was able to turn like a ghostly look into more of a rounded out, contoured and bronzed look that kind of matches the depth of the rest of my complexion on my body. What's going to be the tricky part now is not creating too much of a highlighted area. So once Once again, for concealer, I'm going to be going in with the Born This Way Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer that is in my actual skin tone in the shade Almond. And I'm going to be doing a lot less strategic highlighting, pretty much just going to go underneath my eyes, in the center of the forehead, and my nose, and that's about it. We're really just trying to balance everything out. So that didn't really make it too highlighted. It pretty much just neutralized everything and balanced everything out. It complemented the foundation color and just really enhanced the contours. So it's not like a perfect match, just like the first one wasn't either, but it does help to bring a little bit more of a connection between the neck and the face and just the rest of the body in general. So this is what I would do in the case that I didn't have my perfect foundation shade and I just needed to rectify the situation. You know, it's hard to know what your foundation color is or to predict what it's going to be in different weather, different climates, for different occasions. So if you have purchased a foundation and you don't want to return it, and you have these issues, these are the ways in which you can help fix that situation. So I'm just going to finish off the look, do some finishing touches, and we'll get into my final thoughts. Okay, so I wrapped everything up, did a little bronzer, contour, blush, highlight, all that, fixed everything up. So final thoughts. Yeah, so sometimes we do buy the wrong foundation color, but I don't think that we need to go so aggressively to the point of returning it or throwing it out or just never using it, because there are a lot of ways that you can fix the issue that has been created. I hope that this video was very informative and it helped you guys find some ways that you can make some of the foundations that may be existing in your own collection right now, that you can make them work for you, especially as like the seasons change and everything like that. There's, you know, no excuse for us to be buying things and letting it sit on our shelves and decompose and, you know, just go bad. And I think that wraps about everything up. Once again, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. If you want more makeup tips, leave some comments down below letting me know what you want to see from me. I know that I haven't done one of these types of videos in recent past, but hopefully this was very informative for you guys, especially with the summer months persisting as they are. Like this video if you did enjoy it or you did find it helpful, and then I will see you guys in the next video, which should be very, very soon. Alright guys, take care. Bye.